came here to the chapel of Our Lady of the Mount, we found that there was some work going on over here. And we did come across a gentleman who has been helping us for many of the episodes, and I'm sure you have seen him in the Alorna episode, in the Ponsaimor episode also. His name is Varad Sabnis. He is the Assistant Superintending Archaeologist with the Goa Archives and Archaeology Department, Government of Goa. Varad Bab, welcome to my program, My Goem. I should say welcome again.
Thank you very, very much, and I'm glad that you all have visited this historic chapel.
Uh, Varad Baba, since you say that it is a very historic chapel, can you tell us something about it? Something about its architecture, something about its, its origin, or whatever.
See, basically, the most important feature of this chapel, Our Lady of Monte, is it is located on a strategic location. Basically, it is on a hillock. At one side of the hillock, you can see this view of entire Old Goa. Especially now, when you see from this particular hillock, you can actually count various monuments which are there in Old Goa. Going back into the time when Old Goa was a capital city of Portuguese territory in India, uh, this particular place played a significant role because it also served for a very small portion of time as a border. So if you see this particular location, this was also this location, not specific where the chapel stands, but this area has played a significant role in the battle that took place in 1511. The chapel is in its size and shape, it is huge, almost 32 meters in length, 23 meters in width, and 20 meters in height. So, if you consider the size of this particular chapel, it is one of the big monuments in Old Goa. Along with this, if you see the architectural features, when you see the facade of this particular chapel, what attracts your attention are two Corinthian pillars, which are right pilasters, which are right on the entrance gate. If you see the triangular windows, windows with triangular heads, are also characteristic features which are seen in Old Goa.
When we talk about features in the different churches in Uruguay, we have heard the word like Baroque style, you have got the Mannerist style, and you have got so many other styles. In what type of category does this fall?
Uh, See, we have one example of Baroque style of architecture, especially the Basilica of Bom Jesus. But in this case, it can be considered as a mixture of various styles of architecture, and typically it is called as Indo-European style of architecture.
Okay. Somewhere I have read that it is classified as a Mannerist style. So could that be right?
Yes, yes, it is right.
It could be right.
Yes,
When was this church built?
it was in 1549,
Okay.
where in the 16th century, and since then, as per the requirements, many features were added. We currently started with the restoration of roof, and we are aiming at finishing that work before monsoon.
You talked about the roof. And in Konkani, there are oparis. You all should listen to the oparis. Quite a lot of them. You know one of them, Andirmalla Chado, Sotta Soglado. There is one opari over there. Dista tashan nasta munu jagfasta. Now, relating it to any of these heritage sites, sometimes when we go in and see, we find something very beautiful. In the case of this church, when you enter the church, there is something amazingly beautiful, and that is the roof. And you say that you are repairing the roof. Now, to my knowledge, and please tell my viewers over there, uh, I heard that the tiled roof is over another roof that is inside. What do you call that roof? And whether you are going to repair that also?
Yeah, there is a vault, what you see from inside, but when you go on top of the vault, there are actually mangrove tiles. So currently we are restoring the mangrove tiles, and in earlier repairs and restorations which had taken place in the past, we have observed that there is additional pressure or weight on top of the vault, which we are trying to reduce so that the structure will breathe for a longer period and will have a capacity to take load of the superstructure, that is roof. Uh, Another interesting feature, when you enter inside, there is artwork in the form of kavi art. So kavi art, as you know, that it is very typical to this particular geographical region, Konkan coastal region. And here you have a kavi art which is mostly in its intact form. So we'll be
Is it kavi or is it graffito?
the actual, it can be called as a graffito also, but the actual material what is used for artwork is cow, and that is why it is called as kavi art. The format of implementing this or execution of this art, the style is called as graffito, but the material what is used is cow, and that is why we call it as kavi art. uh, it has been preserved for over a centuries over here, so we want to have the art and also to involve more artists who can study the revival of this art and preserve this art form also in other parts for posterity.
Please accept one thing. They are a department. Government of India works also through a department. They have got their restrictions. They have got their protocols to follow. But you and me, we don't require protocols. The simplest thing that we can do is, instead of just watching My Goem, please watch. I'm not telling you not to watch, but instead of just watching, please take your families to the various sites that are there in Goa, because a time will come when you will totally lose contact with these sites in Goa. So at this point, let me say thanks to Varad Bab for the amazing information that you have given to me. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.